Hey guys, welcome back, my body creation coaching peeps. This is Body Creation Coaching with Cheryl, and today I'm going to talk about a dirty word. A word that, well, when I use it and I say it to my clients, they're like, yeah, I don't do it enough, or I need to do it more. Or, I don't know, there's just not enough time in the day. Do you know what that word is? The word is stretching. Stretching, that's it. Expanding your body, opening it up. So I was by a client last week, and he was like, Cheryl, so these stretches that I'm doing for my back and my neck, like, how often should I do them? Well, I don't have an answer for you. However, I thought I would give you some advice and some things to think about how to incorporate stretching through your whole day. Now, when we look at animals, yes, animals, dogs, cats, wild wildebeest, whatever, jackalopes. Well, we don't usually see a jackalope, but anyway, when we watch our animals, pay attention. If you have an animal, or even if you don't, I'm going to shoot a few pictures here and around to give you some thoughts about how to incorporate stretching. And I'm going to give you a few stretches today. So, don't you worry. I'm not going to leave you hanging. And then I'm going to do sort of a some short series on stretching, just like a few body parts, just to do something really quick, 5 minutes to 10 minutes, or just even 2 or 3 minutes. So when people tell me I don't have time, or how often should I stretch, I say, watch your animals. How often do they stretch? Do you know the answer? Well, the answer is all the time. They are stretching throughout their day. They're not taking, okay, my dog Sheldon's like, all right, let me take 10 minutes. And at the end of my day, from all that running around, chasing squirrels and chasing birds and barking, I need to stretch now. No. He lays around, he takes his naps, or he's running around, and every once in a while I see him go, oh, he stretches. So he's listening to his body. His body needs to move. How many of you out there sit at a computer desk or more sedentary? And my advice has been, well, just set an alarm, because sometimes we get so, focused and we don't see anything else that we're doing. Even when I get into my gardening, I make sure I even set a timer on my phone to stop and stretch. Now, at the end of my day the other day, I was doing a lot of lifting and a lot of picking things up and putting them down. And I just laid on the couch. I was like, oh, I'm so tired. And my low back, I could feel it. I wasn't so happy. So I, made myself get up, because I knew that my body needed to stretch. I knew that after all that lifting and stretch, this exercise, it needed to open up a different way. So my answer was to this client all the time. And I said, well, if you really want a rule of thumb and you really want to have it, set in your calendar, do it in the morning for 5 to 10 minutes and do it in the night, 5 to 10 minutes. You see, when people ask me how often do I stretch, I actually have started to watch my animals and be like my animals, and, well, in some ways, and stretch all day. I'll stretch between clients. I'll stretch when I'm in the grocery line, or I'm in a checkout line somewhere. I'm not ashamed. And you know what? Sometimes that might inspire somebody else to stretch. And I've actually seen other people do the same thing. If I'm waiting around, well, what's a perfect opportunity to stretch? So also another client of mine, her niece is, I think 7 years old. And she's super into gymnastics. She's really young, but she loves it. And she'll tell me how, she's like, well, we'll be sitting at a restaurant and she'll be stretching, or she'll be doing some things, some movements. We'll be waiting somewhere and doing some things. So that is what I would desire for you to just do, is to learn just how to incorporate stretching throughout your day. Now you're going to feel like, well, I won't think about it. Well, right, because we're detached from this beautiful thing we have as our body. So the more, again, these videos, the more you start paying attention and listening to the body, the more you're going to get those subtle cues. You're going to get those hints. Like me laying down the other night, I knew that I needed to get up and stretch. And I did. I took a shower, and then I even stretched in the shower, and I took a few more minutes and did it right before bed. And my back felt amazing. I mean, it was still tired at the end of my day. The next day, I didn't have any pain. I didn't have any issues. So my body, I'm working with my body, and the more I work with it and take care of it, the more ease and less stress, because I don't know if you can see this, it says chill, stress blows. I love this shirt, it's super fun. All right, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna show you a few stretches. These are simple, these are easy. Something for the cervical, the neck, the mid-back, the thoracic, and the lumbar, the low back area. Something you can do within the course of, let's see, where are we at? It might be just a couple minutes. Now, some people will say a rule of stretching, we should hold it for 15 to 20 seconds. You know, in yoga, a lot of times I'll go by the breath. But if you're just in a checkout line, or even for me, like if I'm walking my dogs and they decide to stop and sniff, sometimes I'll take that as an opportunity to do some stretching. Just do a quick stretch on one side of my body. And then as I'm walking, they stop again because they're beagles and they stop and sniff. Like, it's like all the time. So I'm getting a lot of stretching in as well. Again, I'm just incorporating it through my day. Don't make it a chore. Don't make it this really big thing that you have to put in your to-do list. It's just a part of how you be throughout your day. Okay, so I'm gonna sit here and then I'm gonna stand up and, well, you're not gonna really be able to see my feet, but you're gonna get the gist of what I'm showing you. So right now I'm sitting, but you could be standing doing this. All right, so like I said, checkout lines, you're somewhere, you're waiting in line, you're friggin' Disney World or something waiting for rides, you know, sometimes that takes a little bit. Perfect opportunity to stretch. Okay, so for the neck, breath in. Now you always want to exhale into a stretch. Why? Why is that? Well, when you exhale and you let go, the muscles can relax and expand even easier. Try holding your breath when you do a stretch if you want, and then exhale and see what happens. Test it out if you don't believe me. That's fine. All right, so I'm going to breathe in, and then I'm just going to exhale. I'm just going to drop my chin down to my chest. As I inhale, I'm going to lift my head up, breathe here, exhale. So you're in the checkout line and you want to like check out somebody next to you, you know, you just do a little rotation here. You're really stretching, but they think that maybe you're checking them out. You're like giving them a side eye or something. So breathe in through the center and other direction, look over the shoulder. Good. And then let's do a little side tilt. Now for this one particular, I just want to give you a little piece of advice. Pay attention to those shoulders, because when you're leaning, now if you have like some groceries in your hand or a bag, this is perfect because you can anchor one side down and you can open that side up. So we want to anchor the shoulder down for the side that we're stretching. So I'm stretching my right side right now. So I'm anchoring, I'm pressing my right arm down, and I'm just opening up that side. Now you can add a little element to it. You can also just lift the chin a little bit up towards the ceiling. Good. And there's a million stretches on the internet. I mean, come on, everyone. Google it. You can Google stretches for an area, but I just wanted to give you a few. The other side that just throw them in your day. Just a couple things. So just stretching, opening that up, lifting the chin. Awesome. Now, I'm going to back up just a little bit here. And I want us to do a stretch for the thoracic or the mid-back area. So I'm going to just do a shoulder stretch, and then we're going to add the mid-back into it. So we're just going to take one arm across the body. Like you're just going to give yourself a pat on the shoulder on the other side. And then you're going to take the other hand underneath this elbow and just draw it across. Now, if that's too much and you can just do it in front of the elbow, that's okay. There we go. And then if you want to add a little bit of that thoracic area, all you got to do is just a little turn. There. Cool? Pretty easy, huh? Right? So difficult, right? Stretching is horrible. Dirty word. Should never do it, ever. Don't, I dare you. Good. Inhale here, and then we're exhaling, and then again, just start with the shoulder here. And then we want to just do a little rotation. Cool. Got it? That's it. Now, you guys all have done this next stretch for the hamstrings. It's also good for the low back. Toe touch. Now, you're bending down, you're in the grocery store, and you're looking at something at the bottom shelf. Oh, what is that over there? Yeah, your derriere sticking out. Who cares? Stretch those hamstrings. The idea here is we want to bring our hands down. This is a little thing that you can just kind of pay attention to. So the first time, maybe in the morning, I know I'm a little tight. So my hands might come to about maybe my mid shins. But throughout my day, and I know you can't see my hands, but I'm going to go all the way down. Oh, no, you can't see me. I'm going away. So see if you can actually touch your toes. Not like that. I know it's what you're thinking. Oh, look, I can touch my toes. Now, bring your hands down. Now, a couple little tips for this one. You want to make sure your knees stay soft. You never want to lock out your knees when you do this one. You also, a good general rule is to keep your feet about hip distance. I know you can't see my feet, but they're hip distance. You can sort of tell my legs. And then all we're doing is we're just, maybe we take a breath in. Yeah, we'll be in the supermarket and just breathe. No, I'm just kidding. So just little breathe, a little, and just come down. That's it. Opening up the back, low back. Again, do it for a couple of breaths. Do it for just a few seconds. All I'm saying is just do it. All right, guys, that's it. Neck. We have it bent down. Now, I didn't do one back, so pay attention to that. And of course, I got a CYA, so make sure you check with your doctor and before starting any sort of exercise program or stretching or yoga or etc., etc. All right, so, and also when I do my yoga and I do things like that, I also talk about listening to your body. So your body's gonna tell you when it wants to move and when it needs to open up or stretch, okay? Just start paying attention. It's gonna talk to you. Instead of it screaming, I'd rather it whisper to me. So neck, side to side, and tilt, and then the shoulder stretch, and then we just get that little rotation in, and then you're going to get a little bit more into that mid back. Remember, exhale into that stretch, rotation, and then the last one is just touching the toes. So I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you to do these out in public, or really not out in public, but just all throughout your day. And when you're waiting for someone or something, or you're doing something and people are going to look at you funny, they do me sometimes. I don't really care. It's all good. I'm loving my body. I'm being kind to my body, and it's going to be grateful later. And it's going to be, you're definitely going to reap the benefits and the rewards of that. So, all right, that's it. Body Creation Coaching with Cheryl. Stay tuned here in the next couple of weeks. Again, there's going to be a short little series, just a few minutes long, and I'm going to show you some more stretches and things to get into. All right, guys. See ya.